Okay, what we're going to be doing here is another timing thing. This is against tufftaeh, who is, I guess we'll say right off the bat, is known for being a more deliberate player. And so what we're going to be doing to start off with is doing this 300-second difference, 5-minute difference thing, where you get 2 seconds per decision, and then your timer starts ticking, and if you end up however many seconds is 300 seconds, it's 300 seconds different from your opponent, then you lose. So we'll see what we can do. We're trying to do somewhat serious games here to simulate what this would be like in a tournament match, and we'll see how it goes. This board is a little awkward. Your only real villagey thing is Sculptor. Trashing's pretty, which makes trashing pretty, I would say, weak with Butcher Stonemason. It makes Young Witch a thing, although it's not too difficult to pack experiments in early. We'll probably start Experiment Young Witch anyways. That has a decent chance of getting up to Sculptor. Sculptor can gain Silver, Sculptor can gain Experiment. And we'll want Butcher. I don't think Alchemist is really gonna play too well here, although Legionary does encourage building. So let's try it this way. Alright, this is probably getting blocked. Yeah. I think we'll just take more experiments for the moment. We're trying to get up to 5 for Sculptor. Your Alchemist. And I'd say it's not working too well at the moment, although if we just keep adding experiments, at some point we should hit 5 and buy Sculptor. Continue to conveniently block all these attacks. That one comes with a potion. No, it doesn't come with a potion necessarily. He's really leading on time, which is interesting. Yeah. I have a fair bit of concern for getting beat up by Legionary. And of course, potentially Young Witch. I could draw on here. Seems okay. Now we're going to take a Butcher. Right now we're mostly focused on Silver gaining, possibly Experiment gaining. Definitely getting stuff done with Alchemist though. This should be gold or another Butcher. I think gold. One thing about the Alchemist stack is you're going to get a really consistent Young Witch attack, like this. guess looks pretty nice. So now it's kind of a question of whether I just get beat up by Young Witch. Potentially by the clock. This is just really... This is really light, so to speak. I'm going to start provincing, I assume. You've decided to move from Young Witch over to Butcher. There's a Butcher down there, I think. But I guess we're just going to hold, which is a little unfortunate. Start on provinces. Currently need 2 more coppers for Fountain. The Sculptor, I think, is going to do Experiment Gain. I'll try to draw a little. Butcher something worthwhile. I get a Ga for some reason. I always wonder about those. Oh, did he like not top pick? Oh, he didn't. Oh, I guess he auto-played Treasures. Would be possibly a thing that happened. Let's try a second Butcher. Faced with the decision of Butcher, Young Witch. It'll be a fairly constant one for you. Takes a Sculptor. That's a little curious. Stop that and take our province. I feel like you just really need to start getting into the green more so than anything else. I could take anything here. I could take a copper, although that can just be Sculptor gained at some point, possibly more usefully. I've trashed a copper. Apparently I'm 1 less copper than I thought. Alright, anyways. I think I'm going to Sculptor gain a copper here. That'll be fine. Get the Fountain to where it is. Apparently he's not getting through the deck anymore. Legionary. Okay, so he's going to try to do this attacking bit. Fine. It's a little tough when you don't find the potion. Take experiments. I could take another gold. We're also getting low here. which is something to watch out for if I say sculpture a potion. Piles are getting close enough to possibly be a relevant thing. We might also just end up doing provinces. This is the last shuffle. We're going to trash this butcher. Duchy. You can probably want fleet at some point. I guess I could be buying fleet over a duchy. It's possibly a good idea. I should have done it after the last one or something, but it's alright. As with many things, we'll get over it. So he's sunk a little bit into the negative time. He's also had a lot more decision points than I have. Just with all the alchemist plays, whatnot. But it's nothing close to timing out. I'm getting my cards back. That's exciting. There we are. You can always undo. So it's really tempting to take the last alchemist here. On the other hand, I could just take a silver and a duchy, which probably better. Just try to get to where it's going to be impossible to catch up. Even taking a state here, maybe. That is one thing about differences. This bit is going to kind of slowly drop away when I'm not really having turns and you are. Although you're being fast enough with the alchemist that it's never actually really moving. Oof. Maybe I should have kept the young witch. Let's put some experiments into the shuffle. Okay. Well, this'll end up winning. Without much issue. Okay. We'll do switch starts just to make sure. It's a little bit psychological, too, I think. you see the timer and you have to really let's see if we can get where you see this timer, it says I have to speed up even if you really don't. So that's a something. Let's see what's happening here. There's rebuild, which is probably just on the slow side. Which is to say, you can get something else is that if you end up remaking a card, you can then demand Destrier, which is pretty good. Or count, as the case may be. Gaining a duchy, say. There might be a place for rebuild as just a duchy upgrader. Here. You can do a borrow demand for remake. That's probably what we'll do if we see a 4. If we see a 5, we'll be demanded for remake. Less than that's a little bit less clear to me. If it's a 3, I think 3s have to be silver. 2 is nothing. So we can pretty quickly get the Destrier draw stuff with a couple silvers going. That just will buy provinces. Should end up being pretty good. I think that's going to be the goal. Alright, so we have this 4, which is going to be borrow, demand, or remake. We had said. And immediately put you on the clock. As a warning, it does give me time. It does give me time to plan. That's just a silver. I think we just stop here. And are happy about it. I wonder if on the 4 you borrow for account. No, it's a money lender. That's sort of indicating rebuild to me. But fine. Yeah. So we'll do this thing again. So the trick here is going to be to do this first, then this can go to Destrier. Then we'll stop. And now we just do Destrier a couple times. And then this could also be a count. Gain copper, 3 coins. I think we'll take Destrier though. There's a little bit of difficulty here. I'm going to be playing a more complicated deck, so supposedly using more time. I think at some point soon we would like this count. Possibly now-ish, even. open. Is this your first rebuild play? Yeah, it was. So you did not have the most wonderful shuffles in there, for sure. We're just gonna top deck, or are we gonna gain a copper? Let's top deck the remake, gain a duchy, and then we can demand destriers. At some point I will also want rebuild. I think. Or we just go straight into provinces. Like, do that. Borrow province. This card's 2 rebuilds. Yeah, your shuffles have been really crap. Discard 3 coins by the province. Yes, they're starting to pick up a little. I feel like you're going to need to buy a duchy. Yeah, that's a duchy buy. So I can top deck a horse here, which seems good. I could gain a duchy. Good duchy province. It's decent. Decent enough. This got close. Got real close, but this'll do. It might have just been a first player. It's, yeah. Hard to say how much more time I had. Go back to your start. See if we can get a thinking one. This might not do it so much, although it might. We have Lighthouse and we have Apothecary and Archive. We can probably get through stuff well enough that we don't really worry that much about Mountebank. Lighthouse will just outdo it. So the terminal that you do end up playing with might still be Mountebank. Could be Ranger, Bishop, Wayfarer. Take your pick. Oh, this is different. I was kind of expecting a 3-4 into open Lighthouse Potion. But this does make me want to just open Mountebank, doesn't it? That's the plan, anyways. Might even be able to get a curse in. Looks like no curse in. But this can buy Archive or Counterfeit. I think we actually want Archive early. This might be a second potion. We're going to want the vineyards eventually. We'd love to have a bunch of apothecaries, so let's just make this a potion. Oh, I need to get more lighthouses. That's, funny. I am going to take Curse. Here, I guess we're going to pull the estate. No, we're not pulling the estate. We're assuming to shuffle trigger this turn. Yeah. You'd probably use a Counterfeit. You're way... Like, advantages of Counterfeit are that it's buy, which should be really good for me right now. On the other hand, I just keep buying Apothecary, everything's okay. If we reach 5 here, which we do, I think this is time for Counterfeit. Apothecary Lighthouse or Apothecary Harbinger. Be really good to pick up a couple more lighthouses. We probably do want another Counterfeit since I don't think we're ever realistically getting through this deck. This is just crud. I don't think if there's a chance I'm shuffling next turn, so we'll take the estate. Start picking up more Lighthouse. Even though I am likely to get hit again. Which kind of means this game's going not really my way. Again this turn. He is using a bit of time this game. So that's something. Though part of that's just me not using time at all. Because I haven't been really functional. We're going to make this 2 apothecaries. Yeah. One thing to watch out for is that I am probably fast playing a little bit. Gold. That means that he's going to be kind of going, or it seems that he's going to be trying to more go provinces here, which I can accept. Oh, wait. I want to order those the other way because it may end up being a top deck curse situation. Yeah. That's exactly what it's going to end up being. I think we just want to try to build out draw a little bit with like Apothecary Archive here. Second counterfeit would be nice to get in at some point, but not a huge deal. Or more Lighthouse. At some point we definitely want to be, well, we're trying to buy a vineyard. This will just be a province. Okay. That was actually quite fortunate for me. You trashed your potion out? No. I don't know whether this should be Apothecary or Vineyard. For now, I think I just want to add more Apothecary. We do have a lighthouse. Oh, that's the good news. It would be good, but I think probably or possibly somewhat impossible to start doing consistent lighthouses on just 2, especially given that I don't have that counterfeit. We might think to pick up a bishop pretty soon here also. As the terminal of choice. I'm tempted to just take the Apothecary. Could hold for next turn this way. We want to end up drawing both of those. Those we do not want to end up drawing both of, although I might be able to do better doing it like this. What if I try to draw on? I'll take 2 Apothecaries next turn. How much money is this? This should be enough if I want to say like a counterfeit bishop or an archive bishop, I think more accurately. Counterfeit bishop. Ooh. Well, what would I do with an extra buy next turn? I might be able to get like a Harbinger. Yeah, let's take the bishop. Here we'll just grab one of the Apothecaries out. I might be a little on the ambitious side. numbers. Then this turn might be like apothecary counterfeit in a perfect world. Yeah, let's just keep pulling apothecaries. Alright, this is fine. I think we're just going to store 2 apothecaries. I'm fine with this. As is. Right, this gets me to my price point. I have a bit of a mountebank problem next turn, but that's alright. So this is apothecary counterfeit, just like that. Like, I can take a curse this turn, which is not my favorite thing in the world. In fact, I will take maybe will take a curse this turn. Yeah, there's the curse, and I'm guessing a province buy. Okay. Huh. This is a little awkward to have triggered without any archive in it, which really does make me just want to get through things. And I guess to this counterfeit. I don't want to see more. This is fine. This should be like double archive. I guess it can't be double archive. Which makes it more like archive vineyard or archive harbinger. I think it makes it more like archive vineyard. We should have harbinger opportunities this turn. So we have to look at the case where you just are able to keep buying province. This is going to be vineyard archive, I would guess. Maybe gold. Lighthouse. Oh, you're looking to empty things. Is that it? This would be kind of an awkward one. No, it would be a fine one to trigger. We have a bunch of archives in there, right? It would be really good to find one, which we do not. Do we want the 2 buys? Possibly. Or do we want 3 buys? I guess it's the actual question. I don't think so, which means we'd rather bishop and estate here. This can just be like province vineyard. Try to catch up a bit. Here's an archive, so that's good. We'll pick the archive out of these, and the copper. we're out of these. We didn't get to a lighthouse. Oh well. Vineyard archive. And piles start to shrink a little bit, and this turn might be a time to start, what's its counterfeiting potion. Certainly. In fact, it's definitely going to be a turn to start counterfeiting potion. We're gonna want the counterfeit, I think. I liked empty vineyard here. Nope. Okay. So I kind of want to maintain the buys, which means I'm going to limit myself to 3. And I guess we're just going to go like province, double vineyard. Should be able to find a potion this turn, not a... I would guess no buy. I think the buy's quite unlikely, at least. It'll be province duchy for you. What am I getting? Just a bunch of apothecaries. No, I don't think I'll be able to hit 8, but we'll see. I guess we should, like, sort of go for it, at least. That is the 8 hitting. I think this does. Oof. Okay. That was a rough one. Let's see if we can get a village. Yeah, so there's build, draw, and then I guess I put a little bit more emphasis on vineyard. Or I kept copper around, I'm not sure which. It's going to be a useless village is what it's going to be, but it's mostly just going to be cultist. Yeah, training. I think. It's just a it's cultist training. There is nothing else here. Which is amazing. I mean, I'm just gonna I'm gonna try to speed things up. This is a 2-5. That looks real good. Silver looks like a great move for you. Oh, I even see it turn 3. What a miracle. Wee. Look at me, I can play cultist money. This is kind of sad. This might reach training playing a library. Nope. It's just another cultist then. Okay, here we get to train things. Hey, you put a village in there. That's, I guess, fine. It's gonna be a kind of a sad day. Look, I can play a village before my cultists. We'll take coppers for 2 points. Looks good. Just take silver. You don't think 2-point coppers are worth it? Well, I mean, harem's probably better than gold, but we'll take the gold. We're looking to just end this game, right? I guess he might take it now. I mean, he sees provinces as the way in, back in here. I think silver's better than gold. But I don't really know, and I don't think it matters that much to me. We're just trying to cut off points a bit with the copper buys. Just fine. I think right now I'd possibly start taking duchies. Like there'll be something that empties. Faster than provinces do, at least. Apparently not. I don't know. Let's see. You need to do less of this hurrying thing. Maybe we'll get a village that matters. Yeah, this is a village that matters. I guess it's his start, so I just kind of screwed up. Here you can do like big scrap triumph things with Masterpiece, so that's probably a goal. Scrap on Fortress does pretty well. Council and Gear will draw. We have relevant villages. I guess our start's going to be Crossroads Council Room. It's maybe a little bit sad that we're not opening, say, Scrap Bonfire. But I guess that's the way of things. Sacrifice. This might be Sack Bonfire. I'm not sure. I think the Crossroads is going to be better than nothing. I'm not 100% on that. But there's also Gear Crossroads. So that's sort of something. Another 5. So we're probably drawing pretty big next turn, which means we'll see whatever I buy. That means it could actually be something like Crypt. And that'll stow a bunch of coppers. Like if we were assuming that the Crossroads doesn't bottom deck. If the Crossroads is in those 5 cards, there's a decent chance that I draw whatever this thing is. It's the Crypt. I kind of would have preferred to not have 5-2 here, to be honest. And we didn't draw the Crypt. That's disappointing. I think I want a Fortress now, given the shuffle that's about to happen. Yeah. This crypt didn't end up really working out. But we assumed something about the shuffle that didn't end up being true. So this will be the scrap. This is ugly. I mean, it's not too ugly. It's just fortress bottom decks. It should be fortress or like just bonfire. Out some copper. I think it's just lose some copper. We're even probably going to bonfire the crypt the last turn of its existence. Or possibly this turn. Apparently I won't be scrapping an estate for Silver Horse. So that's annoying. I guess we'll just take scrap here then. Make action silver. Okay. I could. Take out the crypt here. If I really feel it's that bad. I could also be looking at adding draw like a gear. I think might be my best move. Try to play a little bit of the gear crossroads stuff, where we'd rather be curse. Please be a curse. Okay. Take a crypt. Okay. I can do the fortress thing if I so desire. I think I do so desire. Do this. I guess. We really only want to do that one card. I think I can probably do with another scrap as opposed to another fortress. Yeah, we're going to be losing this copper. So that maintains a little bit of thinness. I think we'd like a second gear. More curses. I mean, we just pick up scrap still. It does the same as sacrifice, doesn't it? Our big thing late is going to be scrapping fortress a bunch. Okay. I only have the one fortress. Let's go. Action Silver Horse coin. I just screwed that up. We should not be drawing horses unnecessarily. So I don't know if this is just like another scrap fortress. I think one of them should definitely be a fortress. The other is maybe a council room. I think to get a couple extra buys, although scrap does the same. You have 2 crossroads. That's a little icky. You have a second giant you're playing? No, you trashed. Okay. I think the partial goal is to I'm gonna just set aside like Crossroads Estate. Don't try to draw on here. Yeah, that's nonsense. Is it? Like if I scrap a silver, 3. Okay. Scrap a silver. We want to buy a coin and a replacement silver. And then we're just gonna buy gear and a bonfire. One of these turns we're going to bonfire this crypt out. Now that's conveniently a fortress on top, so the giant will put it into my hand. That's a nice thing, isn't it? Assuming you don't do council room first. Which maybe you will. I guess I can say one thing is having done Blitz, I know not to really look at the timer. Because in Blitz, that's just, looking at the timer is just death. Anytime you spend looking at the timer is just panic. Silver horse, that looks right. Ha! Look at me. Province. Yeah, that's not gonna do. You can just do way too well with Scrap Fortress. Is my opinion, at least. So, buy coin silver horse. Buy coin silver horse. Action, coin silver horse. Fortress, gear. 2 horses in there and a silver. Probably worth keeping there. Here we just want to keep building a little bit. Like bonfire out the crypt. Council room, fortress scrap. Just build up to these mega triumphs. Would be the idea. Crashes a scrap. How annoying. Gear crypt. Okay. Huh. I mean, we're going to set aside the 2 estates, so let's do that. It's a little bit wasteful. Do card, coin, silver, horse. Coin, buy, silver, horse. Action, coin, silver. Action, buy, silver, horse, let's say. That is a horse. So here I mostly want scraps. And maybe another council room. Sacrificing fortress, sure. I had to watch piles a little bit, I suppose. Crashes a horse. There's more offensive things it could have trashed. Certainly. It would have been nicer to have it be like a silver. At some point I'd like to start setting aside my own crossroads. Just sort of in general. Try to build a little bit more consistency. Yeah, this is bad. I think we stop here, and we're just going to buy a fortress. No, we won't buy. Like scrap, I could bonfire out the coppers. Like, the province stuff doesn't scare me at all, so let's just try to build consistency that way. Did I see a fortress? No. I did not see a fortress. anything that isn't, like, just have tons of scraps in it, it's just not threatening to me, though. When you have this Triumph available, even something that, like, doubles, just torch those points in one turn. I should be able to, at least. If you double here, I think I might be able to win this turn. We do. We discarded a Crossroads, giving me a curse. Losing the Crossroads is actually probably okay. I don't think I can reach quad. That'll be more of a wait and see thing, though. Card action, Silver Horse. We don't particularly want that stuff in the shuffle. Card action. Die Horse. Let's see, card action. Coin Horse. Card action. Silver Horse. Card action. Coin Horse. Card action, Coin Horse. We're just trying to set up for next turn at this point. I might just do that also. Like, we just set aside these two. We'll get a nice full turn. Fortress. I could touch Province. It seems kind of pointless. Let's just say Fortress, Fortress, Council Room. I could do a single Triumph right here. But I think let's just take another Fortress. Right. There's nothing that's extremely low. I may also be overestimating my draw by quite a bit. But that's alright. We can get around that one. Put two of my scraps in the trash, right? So it's mostly just what giant hits here. Worst thing it could probably hit is a council room. The best thing it could hit would be silver, I suppose. Scrap would be pretty unpleasant also, but council room's definitely the worst. Yeah, scraps. They all end up in the trash, apparently. Oh well. You can still get 12 gains out of them. Let's see what this brings. Just like province something. We still have 6 scraps. Alright, that makes the plan definitely to win this turn. In some fashion. Last was a gimp turn, which is fine, because this turn is not a gimp turn. It would be really, really nice to find a council room. Okay. We could do that. Okay, now we're going to scrap this a gazillion times for stuff. Action. Okay, and this should do pretty easily. There, we'll top it off with a bunch. I don't know that it was really the 5-2 there. It was just the scrap thing. Just being that good. I guess doing just estates might have been better. But it didn't matter so much. Let's see here. So we can do, how many games has that been? Five. Let's see. I mean, I'm not sure. This one's pretty ugly, actually. I guess what we're trying to do here is tournament. I don't think we're too inclined to be taking the curse ever, really. And well, maybe at the start. I think this 4 should be tournament. I'm not sure exactly what the 5 should be. Whether it's sculptor or like puka. I'm kind of favoring or nothing. I'm kind of favoring taking a sculptor. Try and build up a little bit of villager. We'll never play this cursed gold again. Copper. That stinks. So yeah, this is just a silver gain and then buy puka. This will be another tournament. And this will be me wondering what the heck I'm doing with everything. Because everything just bottom decked in it. I guess we'll take the market square. Puka comes before sculptor. Oh, this might be just a province. Like, do I take a curse for a province here? Maybe. It's really hard not to. It could also be livery. This isn't going to be like a draw your everything every time. Apparently you're going to pick province. That's lovely. Let's really hope it doesn't come with the followers. Oh, bless it. This is going to get difficult. Maybe you take Steed. That would be really nice. Okay. Maybe this isn't so nice. Envy. Okay. Like, I feel like connecting should be difficult for you in the future. Which means I think this maybe wants to just be like a tournament for you. Yeah. This could get really sad. This is getting really sad. Alright, let's sculpt silver. Just buy our province. Yeah, if you end up finding a province this turn, I could be in real trouble. I really need followers. Or rather, I really need you not to have followers. Or I need to do something to reach dominate more aptly, more easily. The hopes is that you wouldn't be able to put together something that's consistent. I think we're going to take a capital here. That'll be our hope for discard a card, right? Okay. I don't know if I want to try another capital, just say try to spike dominate, go up and down, or what. Let's do that though. Okay. I get followers. Thank goodness. Because gosh, this was going to be hard if I didn't. I don't even think we're going to play it here though. This might just be another capital, or maybe we look at gold. Or puka, say, again. That's gold. This would have been such a disaster without followers. Oh my gosh. So now the goal is we want to hit dominate a couple times and say that outscores not hitting dominate a couple times. Back of gold. Interesting. You just dead drew Steed, didn't you? Yeah. I don't think I would have played the puka. I could think about another sculptor here. Let's do that. I think. Alright, you got princess. Fine. Is diadem better than nothing? A question for the ages. I guess we'll play the horse first. And see what there is to see. Oh, there's Mandarin Capital. That's an amusing one. That we both completely missed. But I also am not entirely. Well, yeah, it's good. It's quite good. And it would have just completely beat either of us up. But now we get to do it. So, whatever. So this should have been open silver capital, get another capital as soon as possible, and then start buying Mandarin. And play Mandarin capital. And that's what this entire game should have been. Is just doing that. Yeah. One or two more. Oh, what have we here? We have Wandering Minstrel Wild Hunt, which looks like a really fine idea of a deck to be building. I guess getting their Talisman for Wandering Minstrels doesn't sound like the worst thing ever. So something like Talisman Improve might be a decent start. Banishing Shelters just takes way too long. Yeah, let's try Talisman Improve. Probably just another Improve here. Getting that with Talisman is not the best thing ever. Ooh, awesome. I just love it when everything misses the shuffle. I guess I'll take a Minstrel here. Cycle a bit. We'll get like 2 Minstrels and a Counterfeit this turn. I guess will be the idea. Might be the 2. No, there's no way 2 Minstrels and a Wild Hunt's gonna be better. Also improve Necropolis into nothing. I might have trouble drawing the Counterfeit. This really make me want to put this Wild Hunt in first. Like if I miss 5 on the next turn. Let's see what next turn brings. Okay, yeah. It would be tempting to banish here, but I think buying Minstrels is just too important. And gaining more. Okay, well, there go those. Get through this, I don't know that it means anything. With 4. That's not a number I would have wanted to have. We can also turn the improve into a talisman, and that seems kind of bad. Have to say. I'm not sure whether our next big thing should be like a kiln or a wild hunt. We can get through deck pretty easily, but we're also just going to have these improves floating around. There might be some advantage to turning them into talismans so I can trash them amusingly. Banish a hovel. Okay. This is going to be pretty sad. I think we just want Caravan Guard here. I guess I could have banished Overgrown Estate. That might be better. Than a Caravan Guard. Let's do it. There. Banish the Overgrown Estate. How exciting. I could think about taking points here and then decide that it's a terrible idea. If it's possible, we'd like to draw back around to the counterfeit. I think the improve should be going to Talisman just because that's pile, a little bit of pile pressure. Cards. Okay. I'm not terribly understanding of that one. I discarded the counterfeit. Damn. Back to it. Nope. Okay. In that case, we're just going to take a wild hunt here. Or should we banish some things? I think we just take the wild hunt, and this can turn itself into a talisman. So now, one buy is three gains. Alright. I just take points here. And probably grab another wild hunt. I think the points was necessary. I'd kind of like to produce some more buy. That's courtier or counterfeit. As we said, to get the piles, it's probably counterfeit just because that's a little bit more efficient on those. We've seen all the improves gone, yeah. There's no improves around. that's producing a lot more money than me. I guess for you this could be like counterfeit something. Wild hunt, that's right. You kind of wanted that. Okay. So I think this just ends up being another counterfeit for me. Or it could possibly be courtier. I feel like courtier this turn. And a counterfeit next turn. Or possibly the other way around. I'm probably preferring counterfeit this turn. And then we'll draw here. You'll get points off of there, I'm sure. It'll just be bad not to. So this will be points, certainly. I have to figure some things out. You know how we'll see how threatened you're feeling right now. Just to say what these buys are. Or it's like province. Might be province courtier. It might also be province wild hunt. In a perfect next turn, we'd probably be buying wild hunt courtier. Although there's also improve to consider. Vanishing Acropolis, that seems wasteful. Especially for a card that isn't that bad. I needed to be being more careful with these. I'm going to have to draw out here, which is going to leave a bunch of points on the board. Okay. So, this I want to be a bunch of improves and a wild hunt, I believe. So, bunch of improves. And a wild hunt? No. Well, I feel like I'd like the draw. I also am going to need the point threat. And that's all. His pile's pretty low, but he's only at 2 buys and doesn't have improves, so I don't think it's that threatening. It's good to see the talismans here. I guess you're just going to draw points. Possibly by province. Points, yeah. Let's see what you buy. You could also be looking at banishing estates. Although I'm not sure that there's that much money this turn. Caravan guards being more occasional. You don't even have enough to buy no, you do have enough to buy province. I think you probably should. Probably should, probably. I think anything else is just certain death. Well, not certain. I might not draw. For sure. Let's banish. Okay. Alright, so this should end up winning. If everything goes well. Which it immediately has not. Let me pause it. That's easy enough. Fortunately, I know what's coming. This is not going to work. So we play the improve. We go province. I can't even reach province, can I? Let's go back again. Here, so banish 2 estates. Yeah, this doesn't even reach province. So I think I'm just taking duchy here, which is really sad. I'm hoping for the best. I mean, duchy's not going to help me win. It's basically just try to prevent an easy win. I guess courtier, and we'll fold the improve. So hopefully this just duds you out, but there's it seems very unlikely. Yeah, so this is gonna go, which means that this loses. Which I think if you had made the proper buys, I would still be you would not be winning. But So it goes. So this ends up just being improved by improve 2 minstrels to wild hunt them, and you're good. I think you had to buy province, but so it goes. This is a great one for this is like a board that somebody would like design to try to beat up on table joining people. That's what this is like. I guess if we get a 5, our starts Doctor. It's a 2-5, it'd be like Haven Sentry. 3 is going to be Black Market. I have no clue what goes with it. It could be also something like Silver Baron and try to get a big Doctor that way, but that seems not such a great thing. You can target trash within Sentry eventually, or Minstrel Sentry. So I think our start's just going to be like Black Market Silver. That's fine. Ranger's kind of cruddy draw. I don't know what the Ranger's trying to do. Like Spike Citadel? 4 would have been Doctor for me, I think. Yeah. Black Market Silver. There's nothing good that comes up, like Quarry's good. That would have been a Doctor overpay, but, you know, Quarry is good. This will be Minstrel for me. I guess. It could also be Doctor. It'll hurt a little bit to keep not trashing. But, so it goes. Stables. How do we feel about Stables versus Sentry? Not so great. Although I was going to hit another one, so maybe taking the draw would have been better. It is tempting to just take another Sentry here. Awfully tempting. And by tempting, I mean it's probably what we're going to do unless, like, I hit 8 without me knowing how I'm hitting 8. I could also try putting goons in. Sentry Minstrel doesn't work too well together. Should note that. Another Sentry, yeah. This is a good thing to see, isn't it? We got through a lot. I don't think I prefer ambassadors, just goons here. I'm not sure what I'd be buying with the ambassador, like Haven. Just take goons. We may end up being forced to put an inn into the deck, which is fine. It's not terrible. This last turn, did I see the... No, I didn't see the... I guess it could have been like a doctor overpay, but I have 2 sentries in already. The 1 sentry probably should have been stables. And the quarry buy out of the black market may have been a little too impulsive. But... yeah. Coin's real good. I'm pretty sure it's better than Mastermind. Might take another Minstrel here. I could start looking at Ranger. I will need draw eventually. Should be Minstrel or Ranger. Minstrel. I guess with a coin it should have actually been Ranger. Didn't really think that through all the way, apparently. I'm really scared right now of things that don't draw, though. So... I wonder why you took the Baron over a second Ranger. It feels like you're really trying to spike up to 8. Maybe that's being distracting. I'm guessing this is going to be Citadel, given that that seems what you've been trying to do the whole game. Or maybe it's like Goon's Black Market. Just Goons. Doesn't want the buy, apparently. Okay. So this could be like a Ranger pair. I think that's exactly what it's going to be. I need to draw in the deck. was also pretty quick there. Guys, oh, I had his ranger token arranged correctly, but it still hasn't reached. It does mean I'm going to get attacked, and I think the discard is obvious enough. This turn our goal is really just to play one ranger. Everything else is kind of secondary. Goons. Citadel. Alright, that's acceptable. Okay, we top deck a ranger. That's amazing. Top deck another ranger. We're just going to actually hold it. There, I think. Well, maybe not. No, we're not holding it. This is end actions. We'll pick up one ranger here. And I don't know what else. Looks like an experiment. So we wanted one ranger. Wanted like a haven. Possibly a minstrel. And an inn. Oh, it's inner minstrel. I think minstrel's just going to end up being better most of the time. The one thing that inn can do that minstrel can't is a bit better on target trashing. We're just going to be looking to tuck a ranger, or tuck a ranger each turn. Corey's going to be a big thing for piles. As per usual, I'm going to be getting attacked. May as well get used to that, because it's going to be happening really often. I also would really like, well, I guess you don't really need it. You didn't really need it. But you should be buying a second ranger this turn. For certain. Discard silver top decked. Yeah, it's something you wanted to trash, or... I'm getting attacked. You didn't buy... Oh, you bought Citadel last turn. I was looking at the VP counter going, huh? Well, I guess you don't really need to draw. I don't know what this turn's going to bring from you. I feel like you probably want to add Black Market. I'm not sure past that. I guess you're low on money. I wouldn't have bought the Ranger then, I don't think. You're super low on money. And that's not gonna improve things. So this is actually fine. It doesn't look fine, but it is. Raise is good enough for us. And I think we're done. Your duds can create a lot of time pressure. I guess it's something to have. Like, I would not feel particularly happy on that side of the table with me dudding and it not taking any time at all. Which I'm not sure what the improvement there would be. It would be like minimum amount of turn time. Okay, this is fine. Be like a minimum amount of turn time to have on things. I need money. I just don't understand this stuff that doesn't do money. Like, it's just not gonna... It's just not gonna get there, right? Just self-raise. Okay, we can haven away the Ranger, I guess. We have a lot of actions upcoming turn. How good is Procession? Procession looks amazing right now. Because we can process sentries into goons. Like, I feel like you just don't have the... You just don't have the money. I guess I kind of just want this to be minstrels as is, because like you're not piling on this amount of cash. And I guess I can take like another black market, something like that. Maybe this turn you get Windfall now that you have the Rangers in. Might be the idea. I'm admittedly a little bit short on draw. which is to say I can't draw back around at the moment. I should have kept the goons over the ranger. That was just silly. I don't think order matters so much here. We're just going to be playing experiment processing sentry, right? Goons. I would kind of like to get around things. Even a ranger out. I could trash the silver. That seems worthy of doing. Those will be goons, black market. I think a lurker is pretty good. I'm not sure if it's that good, but I wouldn't mind having it in deck. Stonemason. I could like Stonemason for Rangers. I could also just take a market. Do I have a win with Stonemason? Like Stonemason for Rangers. Yeah, I might have a win with Stonemason. Let's go for things. So I like lurker out this ranger, stonemason this one, and there we are. Okay. So I don't think that was too bad. Black market was good. Yeah, the quarry was real good. I think the time was okay. We'll see what tufftaeh says in the Discord channel about it. But anyways, that's my view on it, so see you all.